So let's start with lesson one. What is purpose and why is it important? What's part of lesson one? Well, we're going to talk about what is a purpose. So we'll define purpose for you. We'll talk about health outcomes that are associated with a strong purpose. We'll talk about who purpose is actually for. We'll talk about a concept that's closely related to purpose, which is self-affirmation of your core values, basically. And then we'll talk about finding purpose, how you find your purpose, and then finally, becoming purposeful. All of that is in lesson one. Let's start with a definition of purpose in life. It's a central, self-organizing life aim. It's a predominant theme of a person's self, and it motivates intention to dedicate resources in particular directions and toward particular goals. We'll get into this and unpack it. I know there's some big words in there. Don't worry about it. We're going to focus on the words that really mean a lot here. So first of all, central. This is something that is deeply embedded in you. It is completely core. It's a root cause of a lot of things. And it is a life aim. So it's something that we aspire to. It may not be something that we necessarily will achieve, even in our lifetimes. We could have a purpose in our lives that we're pretty sure we won't achieve in our lifetime, but maybe, as Jonas Salk said, Jonas Salk was the developer of the polio vaccine, maybe we need to be good ancestors. And in thinking about a purpose in life, we're thinking about being a good ancestor. Now, this is also a predominant theme of a person's life. Theme is important. So, there are theme parks, there are theme colors, there's theme music. Just listen, or watch a James Bond movie, you're watching a James Bond movie because of the music it's playing. That is theme music, right? Is there a theme in your life? So that's important. And then finally, yourself. What do we mean by a person's self? Well, it's who you are. It's your identity. In fact, there's even a meditation where you repeat to yourself, who am I? Who am I? And that's focusing on yourself. So purpose in life, a central self-organizing life aim that produces a predominant theme of yourself. Very important. Now, what does a purpose do? It motivates intention to dedicate resources in particular directions and toward particular goals. So intention is a big word here. Intentionality. Just think about this in terms of physics. In physics, we talk about entropy, right? If I leave a knife out for days and days and days or weeks or months, gradually it gets rusty, right? It gets less sharp over time. That's entropy. So basically things turn from less chaotic to more chaotic. One thing that purpose does is actually help reverse that and control that entropic event, that entropy that naturally happens in all of nature. What we're trying to do in a purpose is try to reduce that entropy. All right? So intention, imagine being intentional every single morning. I am going to be calm. I'm going to be inspiring. I am going to be kind. I'm going to be grateful. Whatever you're intending to do, that intentionality reduces entropy. It focuses your attention. It hones the knife so it maintains that level of sharpness so it doesn't get rusty. So intention is really important here. And it helps you determine, where should I put my resources? What do I mean by resources? I'm talking about energy here. It's a person's energy and vitality, which we have in us. Now, once you open that vault of energy, where does that energy go? Is it just displaced everywhere? Which would be very entropic, right? It would relate to entropy. Or do I focus it? Do I focus it on the things that matter most? That's what we're talking about by purpose. So it motivates an intention to dedicate your resources, your energy, in particular directions and toward particular goals. So that's what a purpose in life is. That's how we define it. The central self-organizing life aim, which is a predominant theme of yourself, and it motivates intention to dedicate energy, your resources, in certain directions, and very importantly here, not dedicate energy toward things that are not part of your purpose. So how many times do we spend a lot of energy on things that are relatively meaningless? One thing that a purpose does is actually save you time because it says, do you really need to be spending all your energy on this? Your most precious resource that you have in your life, your energy, why are you expending it on, what Kim Kardashian is wearing? Maybe she's a really nice person, but why should I care what Kim Kardashian is wearing right now unless I'm Kim Kardashian? So maybe I should be expending more of my resources on the things that really do matter in my life. That's what we're talking about by a purpose. You can put it more simply by saying a purpose in your life is a goal or set of goals around the things that matter most in your life, around the things that you value the most. That's what we mean by a purpose in life.